Welcome, it's Diane Lewis, and thank you for joining me. In this segment, I'm going to be talking about communicating with those who have crossed over and the different signs that we receive. So, how do you communicate with those who have crossed over? Well, it's very easy. You do it through the spoken word or you do it through your thought process. Both ways, you are transmitting energy that they can hear, because energy is boundless, it's timeless, it's flexible, it's not limited, and that vibration goes out. Now, the aspect that you just need to understand is that spirit, when they're going to communicate back to us, are going to do it in a whole different form. It's not going to be the way that we're used to, that common way that we know how to communicate with one another. So in that, you have to open your mind a little bit and just be receptive, because they may give you a sign, and you can always ask them for a sign. So I'm going to give you ways that people have reported that they have received communication with those who have crossed over. The very common ways that people have received a communication has been through insects, butterflies, ladybugs, dragonflies, birds. Cardinals in particular are very, very popular. And in those type of items, when you're coming with living beings, what is happening there is you're feeling their essence. And an essence is like a fingerprint. There are no two that are alike. Other common ways that you get signs from spirit, pennies is very, very common. Manifestations. Manifestations meaning you may see the prayer card fall off the bookcase, a book may fall, the lights may flicker. In the case of lights flickering or electronic devices, that is spirit interrupting the flow of energy. They'll also communicate in ways of sequencing or by symbols. So sequencing can be, you'll see the same number over and over and over again, or you might hear the same line of a song over and over. Every time you turn on the radio, there's that song, it's right there. And these are different ways that spirit may want to get that message to you. Another common way that people get messages from spirit is through smell. They know the persons around them because they can smell them. When it comes to smell, I always say look for the source first, because you could have your window open and your neighbor's baking cookies and you might be thinking, gee, that smells like grandma's cookies. These are all the different ways that spirit can communicate, and there are hundreds of ways more that they will. Just be open to the communication and be open to the way that they would like to communicate with you. One other question that people have asked me about is sometimes they just feel somebody around them. They may smell them, or they may know that a certain individual has been with them. And they're a little confused because they haven't been speaking to them or thinking about them. When they just show up unexpectedly, I don't feel that it's unexpected. You just may not be going backwards. It's important to try to go back a little bit, because you may be able to figure out why they just magically appeared, because I think they're coming by for a reason, and sometimes we're not consciously aware of it. So those are all little tips and tricks to communicate with those who have crossed over, and also to understand the different signs or symbols that they may try to convey back to you. I hope you enjoyed this segment.